89 on up, homies, the show where you gon' get Cali history. It's told with respect and dignity. Spoken by Jihad so vividly. He's taking over the industry, giving y'all some download imagery. Damn you, if you ain't hitting them likes, come on, subscribe. Check out the channel and I bet it will make you decide to tune in every chance you get. It's lit, and some of y'all can learn a bit from this gangster shit.
YouTube, what it do, loved ones? You know the motto, if you can, after the story, go over there, hit us with a like, which is a thumbs up, and that'll let us know we kicking our stuff. I want to thank the homeboy G League Deuce for the intro from the legendary Mental historical hip-hop album, Banging on Wax. You can reach him on Instagram at Solid from Day One. YouTube, what it do, man? I was chopping it up with the young homegirl, and she asked me, she said, well, back in the days, how was the homeboys on the homegirls about getting cracking, you know, possibly, you know, going to put in some work, homie? Was the homies really on them to go get cracking? Or was a lot of homegirls volunteering their services to go get cracking? And to answer that, you might have had a few homies when certain homegirls, you know, had a classy mouthpiece on how they talked inside the turf and act like they was representing this thing. You had certain homies that might woof and try to hold certain homegirls to their standards of you gonna go get cracking. But for the most part, a lot of the real dedicated soldier homegirls from my era and time that hung out with me, they volunteered their services on getting cracking, homie. You know what I'm saying? And I can remember a time, early 90s, we were short-staffed with hood members, you know, homies in the pen, homies going to the county jail, homies in camp, YA. So we short-staffed out here on the street. And homies that's out here, you know, couple riders, you know, it don't really be whole hoods really riding. You know, you might got about 50 motherfuckers on the street, and probably out that 50, 10, 12, 13 dudes is really moving the turf, homie. So at these times, homie, you know, with homies locked up, homies in camp, YA, county jails, and all this type stuff, we short-staffed. And the rips have been coming through busting, and the homies is trying to bust and defend ourselves, homie. So I guess the homegirls wind up feeling sorry for the homies and for the turf. Like, man, we short-staffed. The homies is, you know what I'm saying, back to back. And, you know, we could tell in their face they wore out and burnt out. Because, you know, we can't lie, homie. Sometimes, you know, in these war seasons back in the days when it was real intense, you burying dudes getting bust on, homies going to jail, you running from the police, throwing guns, losing straps. It could take a toll on you, homie. So with all this going on, we short-staffed, homies running it up, trying to stay in the flow of the episodes with the gang war, the senseless gang war at that time. The homegirls volunteered themselves to go get cracking, homie. And homies was telling them to stand down, y'all ain't really gotta go, and this and that. But the homegirls really pushed the issue, you know, with one of the OG homeboys that they wanted to go try to, you know, get a bar of this and pledge their legion and help the homeboys out since we were short-staffed. So anyway, homie, to dive into the story, the homies had been hanging out on the block at the 500 at that time. You know, everybody grinding, people drinking. It's kind of quiet because, you know, we've been going through it over there. It's kind of, you know, nobody's really talking much. And we get on the issue of, you know, trying to make something happen. To throw the things off that's occurring from occurring. You know, dudes will figure back in the days if you move strike first, you could halt the momentum on things, homie. So anyway, the homegirls call themselves halting the momentum on things, homie. And I wasn't there actually, but I can kind of recall hearing bits and pieces. The homegirls had mounted up. About 4 or 5 homegirls had mounted up. Might have been a homegirl, I think, from a different turf that clicked up with some homegirls from Inglewood and HP, and they all pushed out, homie. And I guess it was an OG homeboy or a homie that kind of followed suit to just make sure they was cool, homie. And he really wasn't in compliance. He was hoping that they go through there and not see nothing, and he could just bring them on back, reel them on back in. So he say they get up in Rip Hood, homie. They get to turning corner up in Rip Hood. And they stumble up on like an apartment, homie. And there's some rips in front of the apartment. And the OG homeboy from his story spreading through the turf, he say as they combing through Rip Hood and get by apartment, they see a couple rips standing in front of the apartment. And he say the homegirls, you know, it ain't no cell phones and nothing, so he had already prepped him, like, you know, if you see something, if it look like y'all might can do something, do it. But hopefully just go through and get on. The homie just, you know, cause they real ambition on going through there trying to put something down for the homeboys. So he say when they go through there, they get by apartment, they see a couple rips out there. And he said they had to be shermed out, homie. Cause he said when the homegirls rolled up and the homegirl drew down, she said the dudes didn't run, homie. You know, they just looked. And he said the homegirls fired off a shot. Bow! And he said one of them had a cigarette, must have been some water. He said it got real red, like real lit up, like when the first shot went off, like like damn. Said it sucked it up. He seen a hella red cherry. And he said them fools didn't even really duck, homie. They just kind of like looked at the cord. He said the homegirl got off like 2 or 3 shots. And he seen chunks come up off the building, homie. The homegirl shot way past these dudes, homie, calling themselves getting crackN. He said he seen porch piece fly up and something off the wall, and he kind of like act like he was just a civilian in traffic and hit the horn like to get them out the way to get on and shit, homie. But 89 on up, G stuff, not ye stuff, and that's the time that the homegirls volunteered their service because the homies was short-staffed to go through the Rip Hood and get cracking. And wind up just shooting up a porch and a piece of a building, homie, from trying to pledge their legion and get cracking, homie. Salute to them homegirls that had to go through them type struggles, homie, and support us in this way out lifestyle that we was living back then, homie. You know, a lot of homegirls, this damaged a lot of their minds, homie, because a lot of them had to endure homies getting killed with them or seeing certain things, homie. So this was also a traumatizing life to the homegirls, homie. So I want to salute the homegirls for trying to take this manly gangster duty thing into their hands to revenge the homies in the early 90s. I love y'all, homie. And the homegirl that's not here, I love you too for staying solid with this thing that we once believed in. This blood and crip thing when we thought it was at its highest points. We love all the homegirls from both sides that dedicated themselves to this. And I'm out. 89 on.